Welcome trainers to another day on Pokemon Unite. Today's video is a little different as we spectate a top ranked Greedent player here in ranked. Now this is just one day after the ranked reset, and this Greedent player has already hit Masters, which means they are very good at this game and are going to be really interesting to watch. Now right out the gate we see something very interesting. Both the Lucario and Greedent and Talonflame just completely ignoring each other. Greedent goes for a first goal and then comes and steals this Corphish. Very interesting play. Now this is a key Pokemon because what this allows them to do is keep the enemy jungler from being level 5 at the first bees potentially. So also likely we're seeing an attack weight Greedent here. A very common build, and I'm not 100% sure what this champion is running, but it's likely Focus Band, Buddy Barrier, or excuse me, a choice between Focus Band and Buddy Barrier, and then a Score Shield and Attack Weight, just basing on how aggressive they are playing for the scores. Now he's also going to come and get this 9-minute Crab and just get some farm as both of these teams posture up and prepare for this 850 Bees fight. Both teams sending their jungler top lane. We do see that the enemy jungler has hit level 5 on that Froakie. Unless I'm mistaken, in the Talonflame. No, the Talonflame is in lane. So somehow that enemy jungler did still find a way to hit top lane. He KOs the Greedent. It looks like potentially the orange team did win that exchange, but I wasn't sure who actually was able to grab that farm. So Greedent going to run right back into lane here, and we're going to get going and see just how good he can continue on. They're both level 4. Greedent has dunked twice, getting a couple attack weight triggers, and it looks like overall pretty even battle so far. But Greedent obviously making some interesting plays early on, and he does get that farm away from Lucario, which is a pretty big move. Lucario, as everyone knows, just has the ability to completely steal your farm if you let him run away with it. Greedent is actually the first to hit level 5 in this lane. Oh, I'm sorry, actually Talonflame is very close. But Greedent hitting level 5, very key. They're going to get some gank assistance here, and let's see how hard they push. Greedent doesn't currently have any points to score here, so it looks like he's just hoping to help his team get some KOs here and maybe get a dunk from the Snorlax or the Greninja. But he is going to get another attack weight trigger potentially here. That's my guess as what they're going for. And it looks like the other Talonflame is also going to score. So really these two teams trying to push each other around. No one really getting the edge as far as I can tell. He does get a 4th score here, so this Greedent is getting a lot of attack stats, if I'm correct in assuming that the attack weight is where he's going, and that is probably the case. So now he's got full berries here, ready to go for this second round of bees, and it looks like the right team just completely takes bees there. Had some bad timing and positioning from the left lane team here as they pushed that goal and got a couple KOs, and really just completely gave up second bees. Now something interesting that's been happening after the balance changes of Rotom and Dreadnought is that you don't really know what teams are going to do. Some teams are going full 5 for Rotom. Some people are still sending full 5 for Dreadnought. And we see an interesting choice in this match. It's a bit of a split push. We see 3 from the right team, and we see 2 from the left team up here for Rotom. And probably we're going to see the swap on the other team. So left lane does give up the Rotom by keeping these 2 Pokemon here, but they do get Dreadnought. So it appears that these teams are still very closely matched. It seems like, from what I've been seeing, getting Rotom or Dreadnought is actually fairly even now. Obviously, you get that really nice experience and shield buffs, but if you can push in a Rotom, that's a good amount of goals, and it's also a good amount of experience if your people that are pushing for Rotom can get there. And so it looks like still to me a very even game. Obviously, we can also see that the left side team was able to push the bottom goal. Oftentimes happen if you're able to take that Dreadnought fight. And as we can just see by the scoreboard, this is a very close game. They do keep the Rotom out of the second goal there, and it really just looks like we're having a good game. So Greedent hasn't done a whole lot that I would say is sorry about that cut. I am recording on my phone and got a work call, so let's jump straight back into it. As I was saying, Greedent hasn't done anything exceptional, but is just playing a solid game, getting his attack weight triggers. They're trading off top lane and bottom lane, so it's a very even match. And we'll see now as the game is about halfway through what this Greedent decides to do with his time. A lot of good options. You could go farm, you could go team fights. Obviously, they'll get ready for objectives when those are back. But this is the part of the game where I think a lot of people have a hard time knowing what to do. So this is a good time to pay attention to for us players that are looking to improve our gameplay. And we do see just some basic farming, getting what he can, not really looking to go where his team is necessarily. He is going to go and probably hide in this bush to hold some vision. This is a thing that top players do that is just next level, is holding vision on the map. Information is key in any MOBA, and knowing where the enemy team is so crucial. Now you can see just right away, takes that Lucario down to half health with 2 simple belches by hiding in that bush. Hits another belch to take him out, and this is why Greedent is one of the best mons in the game right now. His unstoppability is amazing to keep him alive, and his damage output is very, very good. So you can see Greedent was crucial there to knock out both the Lucario and that other Pokemon, and it's going to give them an easy Rotom score. So very good play there by Greedent. Hiding in that bush started the whole thing, preparing himself to get Lucario super low, pops his Unite move to get the objective, and that's just really good gameplay here by Greedent. And we'll see if they can push it in. They did give up a Unite move, and so they probably won't be able to push it in all the way, but we will see what happens. The other enemy, Greedent, is here now, so we've got Greedent v. Greedent, and he's going to actually drop a 40. Oh, and he does drop the 40 just before this Rotom gets in. So either way, they're doing well. The enemy Greedent gets taken out. Snorlax is jumping in, and it looks like they're going to be able to push this in. Very smart play by Snorlax there, just to get the Rotom in by blocking them out. Snorlax still one of the best tanks in the game, and because Greedent can do so much damage, it allows for this double tank team comp, which is just so mean. There's so much bulkiness and just tough to kill between Greedent and Snorlax, and we saw them start in the top lane, and they did lose a little bit early on, but now that they're getting going, it is just such a problem for any enemy team to take on that Greedent. So fantastic play. They were fine giving up the Dreadnought. They were fine giving up that bottom lane, because now they've set themselves up, this top team, this left side team, if they want to, they can just push for a last Rotom. I didn't check the time. I don't know if they got the timing right to get one more Rotom before. It seems like maybe it was a little late, but they do have a point lead, a fairly significant one at this time, and they're really just set up super well. Level-wise, we're doing pretty well. They have a slight lead, it looks like, across the board. Their Snorlax is falling behind a little bit, but that can be made up by the Greedent going well. So Greedent is probably going to get taken out here. Can't outrun that Talonflame. And that's probably fine, because now everyone's just getting ready for that Zapdos fight. They're going to have about 10 seconds to potentially get this top Rotom. I doubt they're able to snatch that. Probably both teams will just make sure the other team isn't able to push it here, especially with that Lucario playing the defense here. So let's see what happens on this top Rotom. I'm guessing neither team will be able to get it, but that will be a crucial point of the game here to see what happens. And we do see that 2-minute mark. It doesn't look like either team got the Rotom, so we'll see what happens now. A nice lead from the left side team. Greedent is level 13. He's ready to go. He's going to still just smooth up this little bit of farm. And while we kind of wait, and it looks like right side team is going to get a big dunk in the bottom potentially if no one stops it, and that is a big dunk from Greedent here. So at this point, probably neither team knows if they have the lead, considering it's so close. Some teams are very good at calculating what their points are at, but it's almost impossible to get exactly right for your team and the enemy team at the same time. So probably in this stage of the game, no one knows if they have the lead or not until we get to that 1-minute mark when it's going to tell a team. So as we can see, they're going to go hard for it. Greedent was actually a little late to that fight, but his team was able to snatch it up, and then that's going to be an easy victory once they get these last dunks in. So interesting gameplay by a great Greedent player. Greedent is one of the best Pokemon in the game. What are your thoughts on this gameplay? How did that go for this team? Do you agree with their decisions? Do you agree with the strategy of Snorlax, Greedent top? I think it could be potentially the new wave for potentially, especially solo queue. Greedent and Snorlax is just such a tough combo, and we do see the eventual surrender from this team. So if you enjoyed this video, a couple things you can do. You can hit that subscribe button, obviously, or if you want to go deep into Pokemon Unite, you can join the new Pokemon Unite Guides Discord server free of charge. Come hang out with people that just want to talk about this game and love this game. But until next time, I hope your next battle is the best one yet, and good luck out there, my friend.